What you done did?
When it turned all the way up in this thing. That's what we did.
What you done did?
Go ahead, get up in here. Let everybody get up in this thing. House rap this. Got the shark coming on.
The shark, baby. Y'all get on in this thing, man. All up in this thing on a Sunday night. The doors are open. Come on in.
You said the doors of the church is open?
Man, church, man, look. It's open.
Of the
it's
church.
Wide open.
I guess we might as well just hit them with this right here then. I guess we might as well hit them with this.
It's fine.
All right, go ahead.
I ain't even gonna let the beat drop you. They hear that sound, they know what time it is. Yes, sir. UNK and CHICO, Sunday Night Live. Live and direct.
It's another Sunday night. It's another Sunday night. Another Sunday night live with UNK and Big Dog CHICO.
Come on in this thing. Come on in this thing.
Yes, sir. Fill it up.
Hit the like, subscribe, and comment. Let us know where you're coming in from.
It's another one.
Hey, get off that back queue. Come on down this front.
One, baby.
Come on down front.
It's another one.
Come down front to church. Another Sunday night live with UNK and Big Dog. With UNK and Big Dog. With UNK and Big Dog.
So get ready for it.
Big day today. Shout out to Travis Hunter.
Live. UNK and Big Dog CHICO.
Shout out to the best Travis Hunter. UNK, what's happening? It's another Sunday Night Live.
Man, another Sunday Night Live, just coming off of Saturday Night Live. Shout out to everybody who joined us for that Heisman watch party live, CHICO. I mean, man, you talking about combined like 50,000 people watching that thing. We went in there like swim well, like your booty hair. What a night to remember Travis Hunter taking home the Heisman Trophy. And just because we went live Saturday night, that was a special show. You know we had to come back and do it on Sunday night, the regular show. And we got, we got the regular guests coming in. Chuck Bishop, we coming in talking about the Celebration Bowl. Got Arlie Wood report coming in on the entertainment side. And we got the Shark, baby, making an appearance.
Not just a regular show. This is a special one right here.
Yeah.
We have the Birmingham, Alabama natives joining us later on today. Y'all make sure y'all put a shark in the chat right now. Chat already going crazy. Damn near 500 people already joining us right now. Let us know where you checking in from.
Baby. Chat is
Let
me tell you where I'm checking in from, CHICO.
Where you checking in from?
I'm checking in from Westminster, Colorado, just outside Boulder. Man, I ain't been off the plane an hour. Like, I walked in the bag right there, ain't unpacked. I got the cam out to light up, and we had to hit it.
Well, you might, you can tell you fresh from Mississippi because you're looking nice and clean and funky.
Oh, watch this. Watch this. Shout out to C Nice Barbershop. When you go home, you got to get a haircut from C Nice. Give me a couple of days, then ways to be in there. Oh yeah. Hey, don't worry about the receding hairline. Don't look at that part. I know the distance between the eyebrows and the hairline is increasing, but so is the likes in the chat. So let's get the likes up. Let's get the subs up. Tune in on both channels. Let's get it going, baby. It's on the pop. CHICO, how you feeling since last night, man? I feel like I ain't talked to you today.
Yeah, I haven't heard anybody say that in a long time. Them waves gonna come in a few days. They're gonna come in.
The wave coming in. Give me a few days.
Always promise the waves coming in, boy. I've been good though. I've been good. Of course, we went live last night. Shout out to Travis Hunter. I was just able to see some footage of when his dad was actually watching the Heisman ceremony, and Travis gave the speech and got his dad's reaction, man, back home. You know, he was teary-eyed also. You know, as you said while we was watching it, there was no dry eye in the room. There should have been no dry eye watching that as Travis Hunter secured that Heisman Trophy as he should have. But it was the closest race or closest results, you know what I mean, in the last, I think they said since 2009.
Yeah, I saw that. And then I saw where the fan vote actually went to the running back. from Boise, and of course, I ain't mad at him for thinking he should have won. Like, let I know a lot of people have been mad at him for saying, "Oh man, I thought it was mine. I should have walked away with it." I ain't mad at nobody for getting that way. When you go in a heavyweight fight and you meet at the middle of the ring and you think you lost, you damn right you lost. So I ain't mad at him, because I'm telling you this: had Travis not won, I would have been saying what he's saying too.
Damn right, straight up.
Yeah.
But I just feel like shout out to Genty, man. Great season he had. Just so happened that he ran into a unicorn in Travis Hunter. We've said this before, and it's just the truth, man. Great guy, great family it seemed, but Travis just deserved that award. I think more than anybody, as he's done more than anybody this season on the football field, playing more snaps than anybody. People say snaps are not stats. Man, well, they might start keeping them as stats after what Travis did this year. If he played 400 more snaps than anybody else, they're up there, dog. Come on, man. And
them was from no plays off positions. A receiver is going to move when the ball is snapped. A corner is going to move when the ball is snapped. It ain't like he's like this, dude. Just the stamina and the ball IQ to be able to flip your mindset to go to do things opposite of what you were just doing, and then doing them at a high level. Shout out to everybody in the Heisman finalists. Shout out to Shador, who should have been the finalist. But no matter who was in the finals, it was Travis Hunter's award this year, man. Because like you said, you just ran into a unicorn. Like you ran into something we've never seen before and likely will ever see again. It just is what it is. Hey, man, can I give out a Heisman?
Please do.
Let me give out a Heisman to the DFW Airport American Airlines ground crew, because the reason I was slightly just right on time instead of early, when they were loading the baggage, one of the ground crew said, "Hey, man, something wrong with that tire." And they went out there and checked the tire, and they had all us get off the plane, and they put a whole new tire on before we could leave. Shout out to the ground crew. You need the tire to take off and land.
You ain't lying.
got to be a touchdown.
It would have been a whole different type of takeoff and landing, probably.
You've been a whole different show right now.
I'll be talking to myself right now, bro.
And it'd be like, it's my Uncle Charles, y'all. See you at the crossroads.
Now to everybody in the chat, man. We appreciate y'all checking in from all over the country, wherever you're checking in from, all over the globe, should I say. East Coast, far West Coast, of course, Pineapple to the Big Apple. For the hundreds in here watching right now, for the thousands soon to be watching, for the millions around the world, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is Big Dog Chico and the badass Uncle Neely. You already know what it is. Brought to you by Coonsville Clothing, brought to you by MDJ Original, brought to you by The Glass House Optical, and also brought to you by the one and only Game Time, where you can download the Game Time app and redeem the code. Use our code. BUFF, that's Buffs. Talk to them, Uncle Neely. Tell them what they're.
Man, if you drop that code in BUFFS, you're going to get you $20 off their first purchase. What I'm loving about Game Time, you can see your seats. So you ain't got to worry about, man, what if I'm in a corner? What if I'm far away? You're going to see your seats before you purchase. Ain't no hidden fees. You can get alerts to let you know when prices are changing. It's all good with Game Time. Download the app, man. Create you an account. You ever need tickets somewhere? Alamo Bowl coming up, might need tickets that. Man, you use that code BUFFS, it's $20 cheaper.
Let me tell you a real story. If I had Game Time, this is my testimonial. If I had Game Time back when Snoop Dogg, Cardi B, I can't remember who else came here to Hawaii and performed, right?
Yeah.
And we purchased some tickets. We got in there. We were sitting literally like right behind some big, huge speakers. I was like, why did they even like have these seats? We went and found a ticket, man. And luckily somebody knew him and he hooked us up with some more seats on the side. But had we had Game Time,
you'd have saw that view.
We would never
you'd have saw that view.
So that's real time.
Speaking of Snoop, we got 420 on the pregame show. Watching, shout out to 420 and Snoop. That's going to put us in that 800 mark with both channels combined. Y'all come on in. Keep dropping the sharks. Cam just text me. He's about to hop on. We got Cameron Silmon-Craig as our first guest, because what we're doing as this season is really winding down, going into this bowl game, going into a new year, we're going to bring on some of the seniors that y'all love, some of the guys that you we'll be seeing for the last time in the Alamo Bowl in a bus uniform. And so we starting off with none other than the Shark himself, Cameron Silmon-Craig. So when he get here, y'all start dropping them Sharks in the chat.
Straight out of Birmingham, Alabama. Y'all gonna hear that a lot. I went to school in Birmingham, Alabama, 205, stayed on the south side. So, you
don't know 205.
Yeah, I know the real 205 back when Big Ruben Stutter was on. What was the show he was on? American Idol?
American Idol, man. Hey, man. Ruben had us in there. Ruben had the big boys in there, man.
Big Rube. Y'all put a Big Ruben in the chat, man.
Big Rube.
Big Rube said he was sorry for 2004.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Ruben was in that thing, man. Shout out to Ruben Stutter.
What we got to discuss? So we did bring up a couple of things on the show last night. One of them was our main man, recruiting coordinating assistant coordinator, Devin Rispis, who came over from FAMU.
Yeah, you heard any more on that? I just touched down, so I ain't talking to nobody yet.
Yeah, I've heard it some, but I haven't put up any stories or anything like that. But I think it was on a Florida State site that they made an offer to Devin Rispis, and they're expecting him to be joining the Florida State staff. Actually, here it is right here from 247 Sports. Said FSU expected to hire Colorado assistant Tallahassee native to recruiting staff, and that is Devin Rispis. Florida State head coach Mike Norvell is making changes to his off-field staff, especially in the recruiting department. Let me see here. Did they say anything? He previously worked at FAMU, of course. He's originally from Tallahassee, Florida. This move isn't expected to be final until the off season, they're saying. So we shall see, man. It's just crazy that the news broke out and it got leaked out somehow today. But what we wanted to do was just express our, goodwill to Coach Rispis, who did a great job with his time, coming up with Coach Prime in Colorado and such. So, you can't fault anybody for wanting to go home and continue their career.
Yeah, and prefacing that with, if that report, is indeed true.
Right.
And so, sometimes rumors get out there, but I've worked with Coach Riss the past year, man. It's been exciting to work for him. Came from the SWAC/MEAC because he came from FAMU, but they were in the MEAC most of his career there. Excellent recruiter, out of Florida. Tallahassee boy, played high school ball there, running back. So, brings a lot to the table, his recruiting prowess. I thought one of the places that could where that phone would ring was when Willie Simmons got hired at FIU. That was, something I thought, well, probably going to call Riz back up, but wish him the best if he stays or goes. One thing that Coach Prime is never going to hold nobody back from advancement and pursuing their dreams of going back home. So we shall see, said the blind man.
Yes, indeed. We shall see. Shout out to Coach Willie Simmons, who got the job down there at Florida International. Also, we're going to have Professor Charles Bishop coming on later to talk more about HBCU football and things of that nature, as he's the co-host of the Inside the HBCU Game Day.
So, he was at the Celebration Bowl, JSU alum, so I know he's going to have a Celebration Bowl update for us. As you saw, Jackson State won the Celebration Bowl. Coach Prime did an Instagram post shouting them out. Congratulations, Coach T.C. Taylor, on getting that done, getting that bowl victory. HBCU National Championship resides in Jack. And you see what I keep behind me. You see that cover of Sports Illustrated. You see that thing. You see that thing. It's like it's Coach Prime, it's Travis Shador when they were on the cover of Sports Illustrated while at Jackson State and doing big things there. And people said, man, he ain't going to work at the next level. And look at it working.
They said a lot of things wasn't going to work at the next level that came from Jackson State. They talked about Mata. They talked about Travis. They talked about Shador. A plethora of other guys, as Coach Prime would say. One guy they talked about also was too small. He wasn't fast enough. He wasn't this enough. He wasn't a whole bunch of things enough until he came up there and started hitting people in their mouth. And it was proven that he was worthy to be on the level that he's on, and he really succeeded and had over 80 tackles this season.
Mm-hmm.
A couple sacks, was the leader of that defense. We're going to bring him on now as we see him in the background right now from Birmingham, Alabama to 205. Uncle Neely, go ahead and give your introduction.
Hey man, this is my main man. Been with him his entire collegiate career. A phenomenal person to be around on and off the field. A consummate professional. No doubt going to be playing on Sundays. The one and only Cameron Silmon-Craig. You cannot drown a shark. Big
What's
Cam, what it
good?
do, baby?
What's good? How you doing, man?
Man, doing good, man. How you feeling?
Good, man. Good. Ready to get back to work.
Yeah, well, tomorrow's tomorrow.
Facts.
Tomorrow is a work day. I just got to playing myself, so we back here to hit it, baby. Let's get this bowl game.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
It ain't
indeed.
nothing but sharks popping up in the chat. Like you look
I
at the
was about to
chat.
say. I was about to say that.
It's sharks, sharks.
Make sure y'all put the sharks in the chat, man.
And we got
Yes,
we got your
indeed.
information on your NIL gear, your stuff. Take the chat off right there, Big Dog, so they can see
There
it.
you
Yep.
go.
Yeah. So man, hey, tell them how to get at you to get your merch, man.
It's link in bio. Or you can look up produce section clothing. Instagram is in the link is in that bio. Or you can just be like I would have did and just put my name in and put in my clothing. Then it'll pop up on Google. So whatever you want
Yeah.
to do it, man. Support for sure.
Well, I'm
Absolutely.
gonna put it in the chat right now so everybody can just click on it. It'll be in the chat right now. All right.
Cam,
Big
let me
Shark,
ask
what's
you.
up, Cam? What's up? How you doing, Cam? Shout
Man,
out to you,
good,
man.
man. Good, man. Appreciate
Bro,
y'all.
now.
Appreciate y'all having me on here, man.
Oh,
For
absolutely.
sure,
We got your link up in the chat now. Cam, let me
Okay.
ask you this, brother. Whether it was Dennis Thurman at Jackson State, Coach Mathis, who's been at Jack State at Colorado, Coach Kelly, your DC last year, Coach Livingston, your DC this year, they all got one thing in common.
Mhm.
And they talk about what a pro you are. And they tell the rest of the guys, if you want to know how to do it, just follow number 7. Do it, Cameron Silmon-Craig. How do when you hear that from guys who've been there, done that at the next level, how does that fuel you? Or I mean, how does it not keep you from relaxing? Because you're getting compliments from people who've been there.
Yeah. Honestly, I always played. I always knew I was who I were. I mean, I already knew that I was a standard. A lot of places I already knew I could play. I mean, it's a lot of nights where I didn't no coach say nothing about me like that. So I remember them times where it wasn't where it was always we haven't seen enough or we need enough. So I always remember those times and I just I ain't never just wanted to play, man. I wanted to be one of the best. I always wanted to be like a top dog. So that could motivate me. I just now have a thing about me not getting satisfied. Like I always feel like there's more to go get. And when the coaches say that, it's a great feeling. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a kid at the end of the day, so it's a great feeling to hear that from your coach that they trust you and for them to put that much trust in you. But it's just the fact that like Coach Prime always preaches, man. It's like what can you do for me today? Like keeping them mentality, like you only greatest your last accomplishment, your last day, your last game, your last practice. So that's the mentality I keep, man, because you can be the best today and the worst tomorrow. So I just keep the main thing the main thing is just go out there and try to do my best every day.
Yeah. Cam, talk about let's step back for a minute. Talk about your upbringing. I'm an Alabama guy myself, so we're
Okay.
gonna bring it
Sure.
back to the A. Talk about your upbringing in Alabama and how that has shaped you to be who you are today.
It was just like Alabama. I mean, me coming up, I love basketball. I mean, basketball was my like thing I love to do. Like my grandma used to drop me off at gym at 7 o'clock in the morning and used to come pick me up at 5 o'clock in the evening. Like I was playing basketball like, all day, every day, like throughout the summer. So that was just kind of my thing. And coming from like not even just Alabama, just Birmingham as a whole, like easy to rap, shoot, ball, or hustle, man. Like and early my mama showed put a ball in my hand. My pops, they made sure they put balls in my hand for early. Like I played football, basketball, and baseball. Like that was the thing. Like you wasn't going the wrong way. Like you had to play one of these, or you wasn't going. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't gonna work. So
Yeah.
just coming up, that was always been a thing. Football kind of just chose me. Kind of chose me. I met Coach Prime, and football kind of just chose me. And just coming up in Birmingham, it just we it's a lot of talent in Birmingham that's not seen. It's a lot of people that I didn't play with that was way better than me. It was a lot of people that had opportunities to go places, but just was a product of our environment. So just coming up, it was rough. It was rough. Just keeping the main thing, the main thing. I had a lot of family and friends. I mean, I had a lot of support. I mean, even though my people probably didn't know was the best decision for me to make, but they knew whatever I had to do, I had to go do it on my own. And just growing up, my pops always said, "This is your dream. Like you gonna have to go. You gonna have to go get it. Like it's not me. It's not on me. It's not on your mom. Like you gotta go do it on your own. So me just coming up, me going like training sessions and stuff. Like my pops to this day have never took me to a training session, have never took me to like get extra work. Like he told me like when I was young, like this is what you want to do, you go do it. Like I got a job to do. I gotta pay bills, put this on the house. Or if you want to go do it, this is your job. You go do that. So they just been supporting ever since. So that's just me coming up for real.
Yeah.
Hey man, I want to give a big shout out to Game Time, but I got to take Game Time off the screen because I'm trying to see that shark medallion. There it is.
Yeah, I got a little shark.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That thing clean.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate
yes, sir. Cam, this may be kind of similar to the first question, but I want to get your thoughts on it.
Mm-hmm.
I remember at Jackson State that first year, you kind of got snubbed like for SWAC honors at the end, like the honorable mention stuff.
Yeah,
and like you came back with like a big chip on your shoulder. You transfer out here to Power 5, now Power 4, and people were saying, well, the skill set ain't gonna transfer. You're playing different caliber, and clearly it has, and even gone up a level. Talk about that chip on your shoulder to prove either to yourself or the naysayers wrong.
It's more it's I got people depending on me, man. I'm a pillar in the community. Like if I can't, I gotta go get everything that I deserve. I feel like I deserve, and this is show people like go get it, go get it. I mean, if you feel like you deserve something, go get it. Don't never let nobody tell you what you is. I mean, if I would listen to what people told me what I was, I would never been here talking to y'all today. Cause they told me I was too small. They told me I was too slow. I mean, even coming up, like from this, like I've never me coming up, I've never been like the kid like that you made an emphasis about. Like me coming up since Little League, like I always kind of, oh, this Cam, oh, this is Cam. I just always felt that like from even Little League coaches or like other parents, and I just always felt like I was just I always felt like I was still behind everybody. Yeah. So that to this day, I mean, just something I got to do. Like I feel like I'm always a step. I feel like I got to work so much more harder than the next man. I feel like if you 2 steps in front of me, I'm 2 steps behind. If you got this, I gotta work. If you work 1 hour to get this, I gotta work 24 hours to get that. The same thing. So that's just kind of the mentality I always had. And it's just nothing given to me. I mean, coming from Birmingham and getting as far as I've got. It's not easy. It's not easy. I mean, any person that you see playing out of 205 and they're playing at a high level, it took a lot to get there. I mean, it's a lot of dark days and a lot of long nights and dark days. I mean, when people told you not to do this, they told you go this way, you went that way. I kind of always just been I always kind of stuck out. I always stuck out the crowd. And like I tell kids today, like it was cool being lame. It was cool being lame. It was cool not doing everybody else was doing. It was cool not smoking or drinking. Like when they was going to do this, you went right. I mean, it was always cool that was always the thing. So I make sure I was lame. Like, man, I'm gonna be lame. I don't care. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I always knew where I was going. I always knew where I wanted to go. And that just kept that shit. I sacrificed a lot for this. I sacrificed to be here a lot to be here. I mean, I moved to Texas at 15, 16 years old just so I can get an opportunity to play at this level and just play in college, period. So I sacrificed a lot. I know I ain't gonna give it up to nobody. Nobody just finna like, you know what I'm saying? I put a lot into this. So yeah, it's not something easy just to take. So that's just me, just the mentality I've been having. I don't really know how to get away from like people asking me and they say, well, how you deal with this? I'm like, I'm just Cam. I mean, I'm go out and do the same thing I did yesterday. So
I have a question right here, and a lot of people I've seen in the chat also. And you mentioned it, going with Coach Prime. You just said moving to Texas. How did that come about? Being from Birmingham, Alabama, how did you even run across Coach Prime? To have an opportunity to move to Texas.
It was I was in at Fulton High School. I love Fulton High School. That's always be my home. That always be I graduated from Fulton technically. But it was small school. Small school wasn't really getting too much looks, getting too much experience for real. I mean, it was small town in Alabama, so I wasn't really getting too much like exposure.
I was gonna say Fultondale. That's up by near Center Point. Is that on the other side?
Yeah, it's like Center Point, like probably 10 minutes from Center Point. That's on that side. But it's a lot of big schools around us, so fortunately, that kind of got looked over a lot. We always got looked over. We always had some talent, but guy transfer here, transfer there, just because like we just never got that looks. And I knew I was never gonna be the guy that you can just look at in a picture and be like, yeah, let's offer him. Let's offer him. Let's get him down here. Like I was always that small guy. I was always that guy, that small guy with that big heart. So I never really got the looks that I needed, wanted. And a family friend knew about what Coach Prime and what they was doing up there in Texas.
Yeah.
And I ended up just taking a leap of faith for real and just going out there and just making it happen, go moving out there by myself and really growing up fast. And it was just a leap of faith type thing. Met a family friend and they just kind of set it up and we went out there and just made it happen. I mean, it was crazy, crazy situation.
Damn, that's dope.
Cam, you done officially gone international. You got Bianca from Namibia, Africa, checking in with the shark symbols up. Like,
That's hard. That's
you
hard.
crossed the big water, baby. And I ain't talking about the Mississippi River. I saw one question go by from Peter. Peter said, "What was going through your mind while running that fumble back? I was screaming at the TV. Go get him, Cam."
Man, it was a long game. I'm hurting, and all I was thinking was like, if I get caught, I ain't gonna never hit the end of it. That's all I was saying. Like I was like, I never hit the end of it. I can't get caught. So I was just running. That was all going through my head. And like when I got to like the other 30 or something, I was like, oh, I ain't getting caught. I'm gone. Then I started looking. So I started looking like up at the clock, trying to see like what the score was, so I can know if I can get this penalty or not. So when I looked at the clock and I noticed it was up by 21, I said, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna get this penalty."
Nothing wrong with getting penalties like that now.
No, man, premeditated. Coach, like, look, Coach Prime, Cam knows. I'm talking to the audience. Coach Prime, oh man, Ghana's in the house too. Africa, shout out. Coach Prime tells guys, look, when we up, we're gonna have fun, do your thing, and I'll let you know when it's too much, So you get a little, you work hard, you get to celebrate a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's talk about this then. What was your favorite play of this season that you might have made?
Favorite play of the season that I might have made? It probably not the play I probably made. It's probably Charlie touchdown, probably my favorite play of the season, to be honest. Just the way those guys just bought in and made sure you got in the end zone. That was probably my favorite play of the season for real. I mean, I made a lot of plays, and I can't really just pick one out. Probably my guy Charlie getting that score, man. That meant a lot. That meant a lot to the whole team. So that's probably my favorite play.
I know you rocking the truth, and that's your truth. But what a phenomenal answer! Somebody asked you something about yourself, and your response is about the teammate, man. Charlie, and I know you on defense, so you were off the field and got to see it from that view. Charlie O, man, is just a great guy in the locker room, dog. Like, what an exceptional human being.
No, facts. Like that's somebody I show my kids to. Like, man, you need to try to be like him. Like that great of a person.
Yeah, the work ethic, never complaining. When it should be a time he complain, he asking questions like, what more could I do to have made it different? Like you got some guys who would complain about their playing time, and they do it from a self-serving standpoint of like they're getting robbed or something. Charlie come to you like, no, man, what more can I do to earn it? He's just an earning guy, man.
Yeah. Charlie's one of the top 5 humans in my life.
Wow.
What a compliment.
Yes,
Well, man, the chat on fire saying you a dog and a leader too, man. Like the Sharks been going by. We well into the mid over 1,000 plus watching this thing live with you on. If you just joined us, we got Cameron Silmon-Craig. We told y'all going to close out this calendar year, we're going to be bringing in some of these seniors. We had to start with the one, even though he wears 7, Cameron Silmon-Craig, because, he's just the standard bearer, man, the Shark. How did you come up with the Shark thing, man?
So when I first got to Colorado, Coach Dancy was actually like a safety assistant coach. He was assistant Coach Kelly with the safeties. And, we was doing mat drills. He kept saying that. He kept saying like, you can't drown a shark. You can't drown a shark. You can't drown a shark. So he kept saying that a whole mat drill. So after he started saying it, I started saying it. Then I put it on the shirt. So when I put it on the shirt, it's like people really enjoyed it. They really messed with the saying, I guess.
Yeah.
And I kind of I'm an Animal Planet guy, always been like since I've been growing up. I'm always Animal Planet guy, like Shark Week on Discovery. Like I've been watching this. So I just started like watching, like, and started learning more about just being a shark, like just being how sharks move, how they stay alive, like, and I had learned like they always swimming, like they sleep swimming, like they always moving. So I took that as just like me, just I always want to make sure I'm trying to get someone get better, trying to do better, and I'm always trying to move, trying to get to the next step. So I just took like having a shark mentality, and he just took off there. So shout out Coach Dance, throwing that my way.
Shout out to Coach Dance in that fade too, man. That fade really classic in person.
Oh yeah, that's the best fade in the world.
Hey Chico, I know you up next, but got a super chat and then another comment I want to Cam look at. This one says, as we get that super chat up, this one says, Brother Cam, I'm a disabled Vietnam veteran that suffers from PTSD, but you and the Buffalo team helped me cope. Stay up and stay focused, and this season with the win.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Then we got a super chat as well from JB. Story time, 1999 super chat, JB from the VI. Well, Chico, you love to talk about what the initials mean. VI to me is Virgin Islands. You probably gonna say, ain't no telling what the hell you gonna say. Black Wall Street or so, like you did last night. Story time. Visiting CU last year, I was walking from the outdoor field wearing Cam, built different hoodie. Perfect timing. Cam was just driving up and he jumped out the car in the middle of the street and took a picture with me.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
Hey, how is
the interaction with the fans?
Yeah. Say it again. I'm sorry.
Talk about the interaction with the fans, because I know pregame, postgame, on the way in and out at Folsom, you make sure you stop and sign stuff.
Yeah.
Talk about that appreciation.
It's always it's been big to me because I always dreamed to be here. I always wanted to be, you know what I'm saying? I always want to be signing autographs. I went to like the Alabama games and I'm that kid that's want an autograph, or I'm trying to take a picture. Like I've been there before. So I try to talk to like just influence anybody, because I know it could be the smallest thing could change somebody's life in the biggest way. I mean, it could be a kid that's not feeling the best. He probably had a bad day, week of school, and he thinking crazy thing in his head, and just me say something to him real quick and change his whole how he changed his whole way, like where he going in life. You know what I'm saying? That could change everything he's thinking about. So I try to talk to many people as well, because people spend a lot of money to come to these games. People spend a lot of like plane tickets, hotels, a lot of stuff going to, you know what I'm saying, just coming to see Colorado play. And just to see the game, I'll be trying to make sure I give somebody something else to go home with. Just say they, you know what I'm saying, just say they came in, they made Cam, the Cam, you know what I'm saying, sign this for me. I took this picture. Look, just because people do a lot of hard work just for the things they do, and they spend their money to come to our game. That mean a lot to me.
Yeah.
Cam, I got a couple pictures right here. We're gonna start with one though, and I want to flash them on the screen. You just tell me, you know, your thoughts about them, and we're gonna start with this one right here.
Oh man,
man.
Oh man, go.
Hey, Neiman took that picture.
The GOAT, man. The GOAT. There was a moment in this year where it really changed me, man. Changed me for the better. Changed the way I looked at a lot of things. He told me a lot of good wisdom just on that ride, just on that little walk back to the locker room. Just told me a lot. And yeah, the biggest thing he told me, I remember when I see that picture, I think about, he said the eye of the hurricane. He said, you're a safety. You always got to keep everything going on around you, but you got to make sure you keep your head level. You keep at the same pace. I never get too low. You keep your head calm. That's what he told me. He said, always be calm on your head. He said, just like a hurricane, everything going around the hurricane, but in the eye of the hurricane is where the most calm is. The most calm. So that's what stuck with me. Every time I look at that picture, that's what I think about.
Nice. That's a Hall of Famer, Ed Reed, right there, for everybody who didn't catch it, who came to Colorado. What was that, a practice, or that was spring, right?
It was fall camp, I think it was.
It was fall camp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he spoke to the team that morning, then watched practice. You got another photo, or that was it?
I got a couple more, but we can go ahead
and
go this one right
go
here.
Ahead.
I like this one right here.
That's me, bro. That's Cam. That's Cam. That's his mentality. That's how he get down, man. That's how Cam get down. You know? Like Cam see a big guy, he see lunch. You don't see run, he see lunch, man. That's just how I am. I always been, people always say I've been small, but like I always been small. Like I was small. I used to be the smaller version. Like I always been small. I always had that mentality. You can't be small and soft. That don't work. That you can't be both. Like you either gonna be big and soft or you're gonna be small and hard. So that's always been the mentality of me. I've never seen.
I got to throw a pause in on that one. It's small and hard, but I got to.
Yeah, you know what I'm. Oh man,
I got. He not talking about that, y'all. He talking about something else.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Y'all focus.
Just me growing up. That's I never seen size. Like I never seen size when like coming through Little League or like middle school, high school. I never seen size. I never knew I was the smallest person. I always thought I was just like everybody else size until I look back on the pictures and I see like, dang, bro, you was super small. But I never really seen small, man. I just see lunch, man.
Man, I could just imagine what that conversation was right there.
Yeah, I think I don't really remember for real. I think he did something cheap. He did something cheap, and
I told folks at Jackson State, I told them out here about you that one thing I said about Cam is somebody told him he was small early in life, he didn't believe it. Yeah, like right. it didn't attack. Like you sat here talk about going to play basketball and transition to football. Like, dude, like your mentality out there, it's just like Bob Sanders with the Colts. Like the world don't see little, they see dog.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Because you transcend the height with the style of play. Which do you give more pride in yourself, the physicality or the football IQ?
Oh, that's a good question.
A
good question.
Because you got both off the charts now.
Yeah. Probably the physicality part of it. Just the will. It take a lot to be physical in this game. I mean, especially coming to like you go to week 12, to week 11, where everybody hurt. It takes a lot. That's more mental than anything. The physical part. But the IQ part is kind of just my love of it. That's my love. That's my love of the game. I just love the game. I love the detail of it. You can't cheat the game. That's one thing you can't do. You can't never cheat it. You can probably win the day with cheating it, but eventually it'll catch up with you. So that's tough. I honestly don't know, man. That's a good one, Cornelia. That's a good question.
Yeah.
That's
I'll
why
tell you this, though.
I'm here for the good ones,
I'm here for the obvious ones, like this right here. Then I'm an offensive player, right? And I'm catching the ball, and all of a sudden, bam, you come and take my knees out. Mm-hmm. That's something right there that we are not looking forward to, dog.
Yeah. Definitely.
How is it? Is that just like a tackling technique, or is that damn near intimidation tactic? Or what's your thought process when you seeing running back, of course, might be bigger than you coming at you, or tight end coming at you? Are you looking to hit them high, or your thing is to hit them low? What's your thought process when tackling a bigger guy?
Oh, it's a rhythm thing. It's kind of like shooting a jump shot. Kind of something you don't think about. It kind of just happen. It depends on where I'm at, who the running back is, and it might be if it's 4th and 1, is it? You know what I'm saying? 1st and 10, it depends on all that. So I just think just fly in and go make the tackle. I'm not thinking about I'm gonna hit them high, I'm gonna hit them low. I'm just getting them on the ground. So that's kind of my mentality going into it.
I should have thought about that one year in arena football when I got taken for a ride on the goal line. I tried to hit this little short running back high.
Yeah,
took me in the end zone.
The short one's the worst one. The short one the worst one, man. You always want a tall. I like a tall guy.
Take them knees out.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about Cam. Y'all seen it in his football play, and y'all seen it in this video when he didn't avoid that word trajectory. He just went to another word. Last night, though. Hope to tell you something, Cam.
Hey, Cam. Last
night. Chico. Last night, the word anonymous was on the screen, and Chico just skipped it like he ain't see it.
No,
he just went to the next word, Cam.
Yeah,
like, you got to run up and make that tackle of that word. You can't look at that word and be like, I can't hit that. You got to run up like Cam and hit that word, Chico. He just tried to skip it. He went right to the next word.
I went to the man's name. It was Anonymous Hector. So I was like, is it anonymous or is it just, I'm just going to call his name Hector. Uncle Nina called me out, but it's all good. It's all good.
They what you did. If it was on the screen, it can't be anonymous. You skip that word. Cam don't skip words. Cam go hit that thing.
Go hit him out. Well, Anonymous took me on a ride to the end zone. How about that?
So Cam, speaking of not dodging no big hit, let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
pick or hit and cause a fumble?
A pick.
Why?
Cause I ain't got one yet. I need one. I'm trying to speak it into existence. Come on, man. I'm trying to speak one up on me.
Yeah.
Probably the pick. The pick just something about a pick. It just hit and make a fumble. That's cool. But what if you don't get the fumble back? But the pick is kind of like it's more satisfying. It's a more of a momentum shifter. Momentum shifter for me. When somebody get a pick, it kind of take a lot of the team.
You led the team in picks last year for a good moment, I think, up to like the last couple games of the season.
Yeah. I know. I need that look. I need that look back.
All right. It'll come in the bowl game then. It'll come in the bowl.
Yeah, we're gonna speak it into existence. Don't even try to force it. Like Reed told you to be the calm in the storm, be the eye, and it's gonna come to you. Hey, but speaking of causing a fumble, one of your teammates, what did you think about when Caleb Mathis on special teams caused that fumble? It gets lost because we didn't recover it. But what about that play, man?
My dog, man. Caleb a dog. That's just them Trinity boys, man. Them boys come from Trinity, man. We just a little different. We just a little different than everybody else, man. We was on that hard grass down there in Cedar Hill, Texas, working, man. So we know what it take, man. We know what it take to win, man. That's just this is Caleb, man. He's a dog, man. Working, hard working, man. I'm glad he got a chance to get back out there and get that fumble, man, and make something happen.
Man, run fast, hit hard, make things happen.
That's football.
Yes, sir.
From Cedar Hill, Texas to Jackson, Mississippi, you've seen Shedeur Sanders. You went with Coach Prime also. Talk about the process of just going from Cedar Hill to being recruited. I saw you even took trips to Oklahoma State and several other schools. Talk about that process, making a decision to go to Jackson State, and also just seeing the development of Shedeur Sanders.
It wasn't my decision to go to Jackson State. It wasn't really my decision. That was God's plan. I mean, God made sure He allowed me to go there. I mean, I had other things on my mind, but God made sure I ended up where I was supposed to be, and He has just a way of making sure you where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be, even if you don't understand at the same time. So I'm just that was God's decision. I couldn't even put that on myself, and just seeing Shedeur come through, just coming. I don't know, like I have a hard time like with quarterbacks because I've been with him so long. So it's like when I see quarterbacks that they say like be good, and I be like, yeah, he all right. I mean, I don't give guys enough credit sometimes just because I've been seeing this guy for this my 6th year. So this like every guy I see from now on, I look at Shedeur and try to compare him, and there's no comparison. So I be like, yeah, he all right. Like, man, this guy got that many yards. I'm like, yeah, all right. But just a hard work. I mean, that's a guy that really showed me how to work hard. We was going into my junior year, we was 5 a.m. every morning, like before school, we getting a left in, getting a run, and like before school, we run home, change, put our uniform on, go to school. Like he really taught me how to work hard. He taught me what it meant to work hard. Seeing him go out there and like just throw on his own, like I ain't never seen that before I went to Texas. I don't know. Like I don't know people that work hard like that. They really get to that goal. I know it's people that go to practice and go play games. Like I didn't know nobody that did the extra stuff outside of just the field. So he really opened my mind up to like just working hard, just knowing like how to take care of your body and how to be a professional, how to really like put everything into this game. But just him, he's been doing that. We've been doing that for years. And that was just something. I have video from him. We used to be on there 5 a.m. just getting in.
Yeah, man. Great info there. Great insight. That opens my mind up this before we let you get out of here, Cam, because we know we got that first practice tomorrow morning. I'm gonna give you some names, and you give me one word or a phrase. What pop in your mind?
Gotcha.
You ready? Let's go, Travis Hunter.
I gotta have more than one word. Come on, man, you killing me. The first one, man. First of all, I just want to. I'm proud of my boy. Man. He handled his business, man. He deserved it. He deserved it more than anybody. So, just for that, man, bro, I'm appreciative of him. I'm appreciative of just being on my team. Just say I've been able to play with a Heisman Trophy winner. So I'm super proud of that guy. And one word to describe him, just an alien. Never seen before. Unicorn. Goat. Whatever you else you want to say.
All right, Ben, finish it.
I ain't gonna say that word. I'm crazy. Crazy.
Am I slow? Am I gonna show my age right here, or should I even ask this question? What is YC? Did I miss that one? Did I miss what the YC?
I ain't gonna say it. You gotta text me the accent. I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it.
Okay. All right. I'm slow on that one.
It's a Ben thing. It's a Ben thing.
Yeah, it's definitely a Ben thing.
Yeah.
Ben, inbox me, Ben.
Coach Rob Livingston.
Coach Rob, a father. I feel like he's a great father, man. A great father for anything. I feel like Coach Livingston, my guy, man. I miss my guy. I can't wait to see him tomorrow.
A couple more. Shiloh Sanders.
Different. For sure. For surely different.
Coach Prime.
The GOAT, man. Think about Coach. The GOAT, man.
All right, now I got one for you. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Cameron Silmon-Craig.
A shark. For sure.
All night. I'm sure Uncle Neely has more questions. I have more questions, of course, but we've had you on here long enough. We appreciate you joining us for sure, man. It's been a pleasure watching you continue, and we're looking forward to continue to watch you, in this bowl game and continue your career in the NFL also. You know what I mean?
Yes,
so we appreciate you, man.
Yes, I appreciate y'all.
And everybody in the chat was asking which team you want to go to, and we act like we ain't even see it. Because we just trying to get that period.
Yeah, facts.
Throw them sharks in the comments, and let's get Cameron Silmon-Craig on out here. Man, Cam, love you, proud of you, brother. Can't wait to see this bowl game prep the next 2 weeks, the prep for the combine and pro day, and then we know what's going to happen between that. You will be, brother, playing in the NFL. Couldn't be proud of you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all, man. Shout out my family, man. Love y'all.
100%. Shout out to mom and dad and the whole fam back home in Birmingham, man. Much love.
So I see my auntie on here, man. Shout out Mo.
Okay.
E.T.
All right, good. Appreciate y'all, man.
Once again, appreciate you. Cameron Silmon-Craig.
Yeah, we're going to have more of those coming, man. Y'all stay tuned. Not just on these upcoming Sunday nights, but also some weeknights. We're going to make sure we bring on some of the seniors that are departing from this program so y'all can spend a little time with them.
All right. Uncle Neely, what we have coming up next?
Man, you tell me who in the green room, babe. I know we got way into the thousands watching on both channels. We're here sponsored by Game Time again. It's Sunday Night Live on CHICO. Get your MDJ Originals, get your Glass House Optical, get your Goonsville.
If you go to mdjoriginal.com, you can use our code and get 10% off. Our code is MDJ, the number 10. MDJ, the number 10. And you can get your 10% off MDJoriginal.com.
Oh, man, the hoodies, the jackets, the coats, the custom coats. Get that percentage off, man. And if y'all in the chat and you got a senior player that y'all want to see come on with Uncle Chico, drop the name. Give us some guys that y'all want to see come on. We had to start off with Cam. What an interview. What a guy.
Yes, amazing, man. We could have done 2 hours, man, talking to Cam. We appreciate him. Well, let's go to because we've had him on a couple of weeks ago. We had to bring him back for the culture. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for the
let's
culture.
Go ahead and bring him on. Introduce our next guest.
Man, Dr. Charles Chuck Bishop from inside the HB Sports Lab. Special segment on Uncle Chico Live, giving us an update on the HBCU space. Just had the Celebration Bowl this weekend. The Jackson State won. Also got a lot of vacancies. A lot of hot seats out there got too hot. A lot of vacancies in the HBCU coaching space. Professor Charles Bishop, what's up, brother?
Hey, what's going on, brothers? Good to see you all again. Man, epic weekend in Atlanta this past weekend for all of the Jackson State faithful. So,
no, that means you got drunk.
Guilty as charged.
Yeah, I know you got drunk. Hey, dog, speaking of drunk, Chico, I got to text you the video. Chuck, I'm going to text you the video, too. It was a joke at the Jackson airport so drunk, they had to come get him off the plane, man. Like, he smelled like straight moonshine. Now, I say that he was a peaceful drunk. He wasn't bothering nobody, but that could change at 30,000 feet. So they were like, dog, come on with us. He like, what'd I do? Couldn't even stand up. Like, what you mean what you did? Like, you're drunk.
You're drunk. Exactly.
So
Chuck, talk
hey,
to us about this Celebration Bowl, man,
yeah,
and what it meant for Tiger Nation and for Coach TC Taylor and the SWAC
shout out
finally
to Coach
getting another
DC.
win. Run us through it.
Yeah, I mean that's 2 years in a row now that the SWAC has knocked out the MEAC in the Celebration Bowl. You talking about FAMU in 2023, Jackson State in 2024. Tremendous win for Jackson State, 28-7 in this Celebration Bowl. And Neely, when I say it was a dominant performance, it was a dominant performance. Jackson State had to win this game in the trenches, and not only did they win the game in the trenches, they physically whooped South Carolina State in the trenches in this game. It was truly a dominant performance. They set the tone in this game with, get this, Neely, a 19-play, 9-minute drive capped off by a short touchdown. But, I mean, it set the tone. And, I mean, it's not a whole lot of places you could go with this game. It was that dominant. You're talking about two teams that were the consensus 1 and 2, and a lot of polls coming into this game. The storylines were there, but Jackson State got it done.
Chico?
No, I was just gonna bring up some of these videos right here from Coach TC and the team out there celebrating once again. How big was it for them to, after losing the 2 Celebration Bowls, to finally get this win this past weekend?
Really emotional. You saw a lot of fans literally in tears at the end of the game. Of course, they were chanting TC's name. And you know, Neely, this Jackson, Mississippi, it's a city that really, really loves this Jackson State football team. They really rallying behind it. And this team, the way they kind of refashioned this roster, it's a team that I say in a lot of ways, and you know this very well, Neely, when we talk about HBCU football, sometimes we look at the SWAC as the finesse league and the MEAC as the physical league. But that paradigm has slowly shifted with regards to this Jackson State team. They are a tremendously physical team. They whooped teams all season in the trenches, and this game, it was no different when you take a look at what they were able to do.
Yeah, let me get your thoughts on this, and it might not even end with a question mark. You know, TC Taylor elected to be the offensive coordinator as well. And early on in that game, even with having a young brother who broke Walter Payton's single record, the running game really couldn't go in. It looked like what you were talking about was going to be the case, that the trenches, the defensive line of South Carolina, I think at one point we only had like 3, 6, or 9 yards rushing. TC Taylor, head coach / offense coordinator, then adjust the game plan, so to speak. And man, that 9-minute drive you're talking about, it seemed even longer because it was part of the first quarter and part of the second quarter. And so in real time, you're talking like 30 minutes Jackson State had the ball. And to me, that just kind of ended the game. But I was surprised to see a 4th down conversion attempted when it seemed like, hey, you know, you don't even have to risk that because South Carolina couldn't move the ball.
Yeah, and from, I guess, a strategic standpoint, you just felt like, you know, you could do whatever you wanted to do. And I think a telling stat in this game, I think Jackson State was like 9 of 16 on 3rd down conversions. But that drive really encapsulated what that day was for Jackson State in terms of wearing down South Carolina State. It had been 23 days since South Carolina State had last played football game. And one of the storylines going into this game was, you know, just the amount of rest that the MEAC team had versus Jackson State, who played in the SWAC championship just last week. But those concerns were put to bed. Jackson State was the sharper team, the fresher team. And during the course of that game, you really saw how they really wore down South Carolina State. A lot of guys went out with injuries. A lot of guys went out cramping, things of that nature. But, yeah. I mean, you go back to that drive, short passes, keeping the chains moving. And as we've seen all season with this Jackson State team, because of the threat of Irv Mulligan in the running game, safeties have to creep up into the box. And sure enough, you get that matchup that you want. You got some burners on the outside for Jackson State. If they get a matchup with a safety, advantage Jackson State.
Man, the brother that's the 6'5" receiver, that back pylon, that 50-50 ball to him is unstoppable.
Yeah, Jonas Fertillion. He's 6'5", 220, and can jump out the gym, one up, and made a tremendous play, keeping his body contorted, feet in. I mean, it was a tremendous catch. And he's done things like that all season. And, you know, from talking to TC, it's about the Jimmies and Joes. At some point, he's going to give those guys an opportunity to go up and go make a play. And sure enough, we saw it in the Celebration Bowl.
You see the South Carolina native Irvin Mulligan, as you said, making some big plays. You got a 6'5" receiver, as you just mentioned. Who are some other guys notable players on the team who should get some shout outs from this past season who did a great job?
Undoubtedly, Jackson State's defensive line, I think, was just tremendous all season. Jeremiah Williamson, True Thompson in the middle. Those guys really anchored things down with regards to Jackson State's defense. You got guys like Phillip Webb, defensive end, on the outside. Josh Nobles also were guys who could create pressures. I think Jackson State was either first or second in the SWAC in terms of sacks. But though the defensive line did a tremendous job in terms of getting pressure, I think they limited South Carolina State in this game to maybe 1.3 yards per rushing. I think 30 yards altogether. But, you're talking about a team that really dominated South Carolina State. I think 178 yards on the day, and 64 yards of it came on one pass play. So it was truly a dominant performance. And this was a South Carolina State team that was a very explosive South Carolina State team, a team that was averaging upwards of 35 points per game. Very, very good. Probably one of the better quarterbacks in HBCU athletics in Eric Phoenix. And Jackson State's defense went out and shut him down. Can't say enough about what Jackson State was able to get done.
I tell you who I can't say enough about. You know what? I don't want y'all to get Chuck already about to laugh because he knows some shit coming, and he's exactly right. I don't want y'all to get caught up in this, Chico. You can just put me on the screen for a second. I don't want no bullets to hit y'all. Let me tell you, I can't say enough about. South Carolina State had 21 days off, and for them to be cramping that much, the strength and conditioning staff South Carolina must have came from Timu, because hey, how you ain't ready in 21 days? I don't know. I try to tell y'all, get off the screen. Let me take that bullet. Let me shoot that shot. But y'all
I knew it was coming.
No, they were like they were. It looked like week 2 or 3 in August. It looked like fall camp. And again, now that's not to take anything away from Jackson State forcing that to happen. By moving the ball, running down. But they were not ready based on all those cramps for that game compared to other MEAC teams. The word on the street had been, Chuck, over the years, why the SWAC couldn't compete is that the MEAC was well rested. This time it looked like the rest worked against them.
Yeah, it really did. It really did. And it was really surprising because it seemed as though every time you kind of looked up, they either had a player going down with cramps or you had an injury here and there. You saw one player pull up, had a hamstring issue, but it really was. It was really surprising to see them not to have made the adjustment, I guess, during that time off. But now you take a look at it, Neely, and you start talking about the pendulum starting to swing back to the SWAC. This now, I believe, 4 in a row when you count the MEAC SWAC Challenge that starts the season off. Jackson State knocked off South Carolina State in 2023. Then you had Florida A, and then Florida A&M wins the Celebration Bowl in 2023. This season, Florida A&M starts the MEAC SWAC Challenge off in August. They knock off Norfolk State, and Jackson State bookends it with the win in the Celebration Bowl. So that's 4 in a row now. And, I think, kind of you start talking about the pendulum starting to flip back to the SWAC because they've truly been the more physical team in all of these games.
Nice. Well, before we let you go, tell us, what is Coach TC's plan moving forward to continue this success? As far as the recruiting go, not to cut you off, as far as recruiting go, and just to reboot and continue to bring in good talent like this,
including re-recruiting this current team.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the big thing, especially at the FCS level, is you really have to do a tremendous job in re-recruiting your own team. So making sure that you're able to kind of keep that nucleus together, because I think the unspoken thing about this Jackson State team is they had a lot of guys who went out with injuries during the course of this year. I believe at least 4 of their receivers were out during the course of this season with injuries, season-ending injuries. Same thing with the running back core. They were missing at least 3 or 4 running backs. So you're talking about a team that is definitely on the upswing, and with the way that TC Taylor and, of course, Coach Otis really, the way they beat the bushes to find talent, and I'm starting to hear murmurs now that this upcoming class with Jackson State could be one of the top 5, not just in HBCU football, but in FCS.
Dog, hold on, dog. Miss Dawn Duncan said, "Them wasn't cramps. Them was get me the hell out this game itis." See, I didn't mean to start nothing, man. I didn't mean to start nothing.
Hey, Neely, you're the master of pulling the grenade and walking out the room, bro.
I didn't mean to start nothing. I just said
I'm gonna have to use that one, Professor. I'm gonna have to use that. He pulled a grenade and walk out the damn room.
Oh, he been saying that about me for years, Chico. He said I pull a pin, throw it in the room, and just go get in the car. Like, just, like it act like he ain't did nothing. I got to get your thoughts on this, Chuck. I got to get your thoughts on this because I think we still got our entertainment report coming up.
Yes, Miss Arlie.
Asked you about it before. You went politically correct on me, Chuck. You said it was only about one person on the hot seat. 2 weeks later, 6 vacancies out there in HBCU space. I think one has been hired now. When you look at these firings and lack of hirings, is this threat or opportunity? What's going on in the head coach space?
I think it's the college football environment as it is right now. And I have my own little theory. You got 10 games before a fan base kind of, makes their impression of who you are. And we've seen that now with regards to teams just moving on from just thinking that they're going in the wrong direction. So we've had openings at Prairie View, Alabama A&M, Norfolk State. We have North Carolina A&T, I believe, just hired a new coach. But it's just the state of college athletics as it is, that you have X amount of time, and we've seen coaches really turn things around fast. Call it the prime effect. It is what it is. He had success early. Chennis Berry at South Carolina State. Year one, he had success. So, when fan bases, boosters, if you will, start thinking things aren't going in the right direction, they start to light a fire.
That's the politically correct way of saying black fans ain't patient. We appreciate you, Chuck Bishop. Y'all can tune in to Inside the HBCU Sports Lab on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays live on YouTube. You can catch Professor Charles Bishop on Sunday nights doing it for the culture with Uncle Chico. And coming in 2025, For the Culture with Charles Bishop will also be a standalone segment weekly on the Pregame Network. We appreciate you, bro, Bishop.
Looking forward to it, brothers. Enjoyed it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. All right, let's go to a quick commercial break right here. This is going to be our commercial break, Uncle Neely. Go ahead and let them know what this is right here.
Oh, man, that's Ralphie's Reserve, baby. I got some bottle right behind me. Somebody said I'm on them gummies tonight. I've been hitting that brown, baby. The brown goes down. It's available now in the tasting room that's open. Go to lawswhiskeyhouse.com, and if you're not in this area, make your order. They ship. Use our code. Shout out to Ralphie's Reserve. When you get the Ralphie's Reserve, keep in mind, Laws has a long line of whiskey bourbons, but when you get Ralphie's Reserve, that actually goes to support the live mascot program at CU, because Laws Whiskey House is the official partner of CU Athletics.
Yes, sir. With the bless, sir. All right. It's time to go and get some entertainment news, as we will be finishing up with some more Colorado news at the end of the show. But before that, we got to get our little entertainment segment. And on the 5150 show, I would take what they call it, but we're going to call it something else. We're going to Arleywood with our host.
Welcome to Arleywood, where you love someone and someone loves you. What's up, y'all?
Right, there you go. Slide over a little bit.
I know. I was like, I don't know what's happening. My computer moving. What y'all doing?
Right there. You got the little hat on.
I'm trying to be like you, Neely.
No, that's a little more like Sammy Davis Jr. over there. You like the Candyman can over there.
Arleywood can. And I have a turtleneck because y'all, it's cold outside. Not cold like
Uncle Neely said, like you about to say.
Oh yeah, she finna do a ta-da moment. Yeah, challenge.
That was all I had. I need to take the hat off, but I'm scared. So we're gonna. Now I look like I'm drunk, so let me just leave it.
Yeah, welcome to the club. Everybody in the chat drunk, so.
Oh no, she can't.
Drunkish.
Get on,
drunkish.
Make you clown up there in the corner.
I wish I was.
Let us see their head. Is it a bad hat? They let us see their head. What's under their hat? What you doing?
Go ahead.
I got a cut.
No, that ain't what I'm talking about.
T-Bo just said, "What up, Purple Rain?"
What's up, Purple? Somebody told me at church today this is a good color. I've had this on all day. It's cold outside down here. The weather went quick to cold.
Did you say the weather outside is frightful?
You almost forgot that word, Chico. I saw that pause. You was like, "Is it frightful or fearful?" And then you went on and just attacked it.
Watermelon.
Still, I just went on and attacked it.
Anonymous.
Let it bow.
Y'all have had all the cocktails. I love it. I just want to say that was so good to have the professor on there because Neely, this is gonna be hard. I'm wearing purple for a reason. Shout out to Alcorn State, who was not at the bowl game. However, shouts out to JSU for bringing it home. The SWAC needed that win because for the Celebration Bowl, the SWAC,
it's been down bad. It's been down bad.
We were struggling, so y'all put a whipping on them. Shout out to thee, I love.
I will say this. I got a shout out for Alcorn while you rocking your purple.
If you say something crazy.
No, this is a real shout out. This is a real shout out to Alcorn.
Okay.
There you go.
Shout out to Alcorn and Jackson State, both of which are now etched in stone with the Downtown Athletic Club and the Heisman Trust because Alcorn had a finalist for the Heisman Trophy when Steve McNair sat on front row. And because Travis played at Jackson State, although the award is for 1 year, your college record becomes part of it. And Travis is the first FCS player to win the Heisman Trophy. Alcorn is the first one with a finalist, and Jack State is the first one to have a former player win.
I'm so
Shout
excited.
out to Alcorn.
That's so awesome. I got that top hat. Yes, y'all. So in entertainment places,
huh? I thought Cardi B just showed up.
What? Okay.
He drunk.
I was like, I'll take it. Can I have a cash to go with it? Lord Jesus. Whoever that is in South Texas is 73 degrees. We are very jealous. I also want to send a quick shout out to my best friend, Erin Shirley Ora, Dr. Ora. It's her birthday today. Woohoo!
Oh, happy birthday, Bo. Bo Shirley, homegirl.
That's right.
Down there on Hollywood,
California. From
Bel Air. I was going to say Shady Oaks. That's the real neighborhood. They don't claim it, though.
She said, that's the story y'all always tell. That is not her neighborhood.
See, I'm going to tell you something, Chico. There's this area in Jackson, right, where these well-to-do black folks live. I'm talking about doctors, lawyers, built their houses from the ground up. I'm talking about this Black Wall Street. But right across the street is the edge of Shady Oaks, which is like the direct opposite. So when people be telling me that they live in Bel Air, Jack, like, man, you live in Shady Oaks. You on the other side of that street.
You're on the other side. You right there.
He just whatever. What was Valley North considered?
It was probably historically white, but it became black.
Okay.
And then it's been black now for 50 years, but
Ocho, let's get to the entertainment news.
That's right. Let's get them.
These people waiting on the entertainment news. Ocho.
Y'all. So I want to rest in power to Nikki Giovanni. They had a memorial service for her today. She was an honorary member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, a poet, a writer, a commentator on the way that the world works, activist, and an educator. Currently had just retired from Virginia Tech, and just had a commentary through her work, about the plight of the American people, particularly those of us who have some melanin. So shout out to Nikki Giovanni and her family. May she rest in power. So up first is, did y'all hear that Drake sued Kendrick Lamar's record label, UMG, who also distributes his record label, because he says they did some extra stuff that they weren't supposed to. It's not like us to make it have the 9,000 fans that it had. So there is going to be a nice little lawsuit filed in the New York courts. I just want to know what y'all think about rap turning into, it used to be rap battle. You get on the street. If I beat you, it's what it is. If my rap was better than yours, when we had to just, spit live. Now we taking it on some, what I find is BS.
I'm gonna tell you this now. From a rap battle standpoint, when rap battles used to become somebody end up getting shot battles,
Oh no,
I would rather have somebody get sued than shot. So I'm
absolutely.
gonna look at the evolution side of it. And even though I don't know the particulars, Madam Lawyer, of the lawsuit, I would have rathered, as I sit here in 2024, I would have rather Tupac and Biggie sued each other and they ended up dead.
Yes,
That
sir.
is factual.
Great
But
points
but when it relates to real hip hop, it do seem kind of soft.
It's very, very soft. Like I just had a better song than you, and it's okay. Just go do another song. Like I don't understand. They had like the back and forth, and now they want to go to court with it. And
somebody asked you what's the latest on the Jay-Z and Diddy situation? Like you hang out with them, like you like.
Child, I do. I'm about to tell him, honey. I got something on that
get
too.
to it. We got to get to that one. But let me say this real quick. The reason why I think Drake sued, I think it was more chess than checkers. I think Kendrick is going to perform at the Super Bowl, correct?
Mm-hmm.
One of his biggest songs is Not Like Us, correct? Is directly dissing Drake.
Yep.
Drake says, okay, if I sue the company or whoever for this song, at least for the Super Bowl, you guys don't have the right to play this song during this time. And that can kind of save him from getting like dissed during the Super Bowl in front of the whole world, you know, and being called a P-foul, you know, in front of the whole world on the biggest stage. So maybe if I put out this lawsuit, this legal situation, and make them go through all this litigation or whatever else you want to go through, right? To where you can't perform that song. You can perform all your other songs, but that song you can't perform during this time right here. That's why I think he did it, to save himself from that public just humiliation of they got the whole world dancing and singing and saying F Drake, basically. Let me sue this man.
Well,
let me sue him.
I don't know if the lawsuit is going to be able to keep them. It's coming. They go to court on the 20th for one of them, and then it's January for the other one. So it is long before the Super Bowl. I have not seen the actual docket for it, and it's going to be difficult for them to keep the song from being played because their issue is not the words in the song. His issue is that they said that
No, because
it's like some kind of collusion or
right. They're saying that
and what I'm saying is I think all that is BS. I think that's just smoke and mirrors to get them to find a way to where we can send a cease and desist or something to not play this song.
I'm gonna tell you this, Chico.
I don't think they'll be able to do that.
I'm gonna tell you this, Chico, and I don't mean no harm, Chico. You know I love you like a play cousin.
Man, that's what I think they're doing, Uncle Neely.
I know this. I know the lady in the middle with the glasses and the hat is a lawyer in real life, and I know you skipped over the word anonymous because you couldn't pronounce it. I'm gonna go with her. I'm gonna go with her. I'm going in this legal situation. I'm gonna trust the actual lawyer than somebody who saw the word anonymous
too. Some of the stuff is common sense too. Now, it's common sense. You gotta know.
Big Dog Chico, you right. You right about the common sense part. However,
now we're going with the lawsuit.
The lawsuit is not necessary. It's not speaking on the word, and of course, what you're saying is correct. Like I don't want them to sing that song. What they're alleging is that there's collusion as Neely, or like y'all just want that song wasn't as big as it was. So regardless, he ain't even complained about the words. There will have to be a very special situation to get an injunction to keep them from being able to use that song at the Super Bowl. But there are crafty lawyers in this world who spend all their time taking, Drake got plenty of money to just give them whatever to fight it. That's a possibility, but I doubt it. I think, and even if they do, if for some strange reason they figure out a way that they won't be able to use that song, it's gonna get played, even if it's like regular dude out there in section 472 with you know what I'm saying? Everybody in this section gonna play at the same time. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens. They're going on the 20th for the first one, so we'll have some information in 5 days.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. We're gonna send them to court to get a ruling or something. They're trying to figure out a way, in my opinion, to not have that song, to stop the song from play, because that's the most embarrassing thing, to have these guys on stage doing this and is a diss to me. So we got to do something, you know.
Something. We'll see.
And we're going to say that they cheated.
Yeah, and that's really interesting that they said just because I don't know if y'all have seen the video. I can't find it again. It came across my IG, but it was Drake in the studio with somebody. He gave him a beat. Get it, Drake, and he could not. He said, "I really want to give it to him," and they were like,
"Oh yeah, he was reading from his phone." Yeah, he couldn't freestyle.
And all he had was like, "Yeah."
Shout out to Miss Dawn Duncan, who is always able to refer back to previous things and make it relevant to later things. She said, or this is small and hard, in quotes. They got to find something constructive to do. This is silly. Small and hard came up and we had Cameron Silmon-Craig on. It's just a brilliant usage of it, you know.
That was, yes, I heard that and I was like, oh, Lord, they do that to that baby. They got him caught up and they mess with big and little and small and hard. I was like, oh, Lord, that poor baby.
I tried to say pause to save him.
You slipping on your pauses, Uncle Neely. I'm thinking.
Yeah, he got that one by me. I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, he said, you like, Paul, wait. And I was like, oh, that's a baby. That's a baby. What are they doing? Jesus help.
You sound like Warren Sapp calling these young grown men babies.
They are babies. They're babies. Y'all. Yeah. I also, so next up, Scott Disick, used to be on the Kardashians. He has 3 babies with the middle sister, Chloe, Chloe. Courtney, who's now married to Travis Barker, and they now have a baby. They don't say nothing. Anyway, how about his son, the oldest son, Mason, 15? He bought him a very, 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 very nice G-Wagon, Mercedes G-Wagon. What y'all get when y'all were 15?
Shit the hell out of my mama face because she ain't have it.
First of all, you can't even drive when you're 15. Why do you have a G-Wagon?
Rewind. Who can't drive when they was 15?
You can't legally drive when you are 15.
You gotta understand. You gotta understand. Just like when you was in Bay Springs, Chico was down there in Selma. The law didn't apply. The law didn't apply.
The law didn't apply at Jackson. I'm sure too. If you 15, 14. And you over 6 foot, man, you can drive your mama. Go to the store. I'll be damned your mama ain't seen you to the store.
Well, I'm gonna tell you the law didn't apply in Jackson. That cigarette law didn't, because you could walk down to the corner store and my mama gonna send me to get them Benson edges back when she smoked. I used to call them a pack of bitches and hoes. Hey, let me get them B&H's. Well, you can't buy no cigarettes for my mama.
And they'll give it to you.
They would give them to you.
That's crazy. They'll give it. They know your mama sent you down there for real.
For real.
How you know you were gonna smoke one of them on your way back? They would have beat your
one.
Man, I would get a whooping. Chico, my mama would tell me to go light her on the stove, and if I burnt the side of it up and bring it back black, I get a whooping.
I think I've done. I can't remember who I did that for. Maybe an auntie or something. Definitely not for my mom, but maybe for an auntie or something. I think I did that before. And badass kid. I'm gonna go put my mouth to it. Man, I was coughing for 13 days, man. I never touched a cigarette since then.
And you didn't have to, that was your punishment.
Yes, indeed.
Lord bless you. I just want the people to know that poor baby, where is he driving to with no license? You can't drive. He there in California.
A G-Wagon. No, I didn't get no G-Wagon at 15.
Yeah. I mean, they got the money, they got the money to do that, man. They got the money to do whatever. So, hey, more power to them. That's probably a starter car for them. That's a starter car.
And he called it a mini one. When you see it, it's huge. Black on black, it's nice. I was like, do they want to adopt some children? I am available for adoption. Hello, anybody. Anywho, then we have, so you go to the other side of that. So that was her ex. Well, they never got married. So her ex-baby daddy, I guess. Well, her current husband, Travis Barker, has a daughter named Alabama with, y'all remember, they used to have a TV show. So first she was married, or maybe she just had a baby with Oscar De La Hoya. She has a baby with Oscar De La Hoya. Then she had 2 kids with Travis Barker. Well, the new one got an album out, not an album, a song out called Vogue. Okay, she's rapping. Her daddy's with Blink 182, and he plays the drums. That's hard rock. She is straight rapping, and it pushed him in the mind a little bit of like a Sexy Red, but not. Yeah, the vanilla version of Sexy Red, but still a lot. It's interesting. And I'm just, music is universal. And yeah, shout out to Alabama with her new album Vogue. Y'all check it out. Not that she needs us to give her any more of our money, because her daddy is Travis Barker, her mama got plenty of money, and her stepmama is a Kardashian. So she really don't need us to support her at any rate, but it's gonna happen. I don't even have no question for y'all about that. Look it up.
You just came on here to promote her album, Alabama.
No, I came on here to tell y'all to check it out on your own. That's what I really came.
No, you lost me when you compared to Sexy Red. Like, I see Sexy Red and I smell yeast.
These loose talk about.
Like, I don't want nothing to remind me of that. That's just is not.
Y'all know Sexy Red has those lip colors that have you seen them, like gonorrhea and
see that you
pussy hole pink.
No,
next subject.
I can't do it.
Next subject.
It's like y'all remember Randy Jackson was on American Idol. It's a no for me, dog. Like it's a no for me, dog.
Okay, well I'll be Simon. I'll be Simon. No.
Well, I'll be Paula. I guess that makes me Paula Abdul. Well, you really did a great job, but I'm going to pass on it. Okay. So there's a husband and wife powerhouse attorney couple out there now. Y'all, what are y'all? I don't even know where to start with the Luigi Mangione situation where he allegedly.
I'm sorry about that, Rev. I forgot Rev was in here. I ain't mean to say
we got some good people up in this thing listening in. Now you're talking about the guy who wore the mask, but
in New York City,
eyebrows, Luigi, and
everybody's in love with him. They're writing songs about him. People want him to go free because
are they falling in love with this guy like they did the other dude? Unbelievable.
We are a sick nation.
Yeah, that is sick, man. You look. I don't care what problem you got with a CEO or a company. You can't shoot nobody, man.
That's
and
crazy.
Celebrate that.
Well, here's the question that I have. Somebody said he had some distinctive eyebrows.
Mm-hmm.
He had everything covered on his face except for his eyebrows. Some people suggested that he should have cut his eyebrows off beforehand and drew some more, or just done something to his eyebrows to make it more. What do you think he could have done to kind of just
prevent getting caught?
Cover
I know how to prevent getting caught. Don't shoot no damn body.
He was being represented by, I don't know what God help us. He's being represented by the wife of Diddy's attorney. So they're both in very high-powered cases right now. Do you think if you were an attorney, you could take the case of somebody you knew was likely guilty?
Someone has to, like the way, even though when the Constitution was framed and written, it didn't have us in mind. We are a part of it now.
Absolutely.
Everyone is entitled to a defense. And so I could, if I were a lawyer, I want to believe that I could, at least in the realm of making sure they get a fair trial, fair as possible, with the circumstance. Because no matter what you did, no matter what was recorded, everybody deserves a fair trial. And their day in court to face their accuser, but sit up there and argue to get somebody off, and I know they did, and they did something like heinous like that. Like, nah, I'm probably gonna pass. Probably gonna pass.
What about
shout out to Jay-Z for basically stiff arming and stepping up to the plate and saying, all right, if y'all want to accuse me of this and try to publicly, just run my name through the mud, so to speak, then he challenged them. He challenged them to charge him with criminal charges. And if you can't, I think he stepped up the right way. And he only could do that if you know that you're innocent. So I'm wondering why didn't P. Diddy do the same thing?
Well, it's not just know you're innocent. You also know criminally you have a right to face your accuser in open court. Yep. And so the person that's saying this, they have to say it like we say back in West Jackson, say it to my face. Like you got to stand on it. Can't be no rumor mill and big word anonymous.
You cannot be anonymous. And what's happening?
What does that mean?
Thank you for the segue. Just recently, that particular anonymous the person who alleges that when she was 13, he and Diddy, she was raped at a Diddy party after an MTV award ceremony. She was allowed to remain anonymous. However, she cannot bring criminal charges with that anonymous designation. But she told her story somewhere, or she was on somewhere, and she her thing, math wasn't mathing. So his attorney, Alex Spiro, I keep wanting to say Shapiro, that was way back with Jay-Z, with a whole nother case, but Alex Spiro calls it a sham of a case, and he added that the basic facts in her narrative, the who, what, when, why, where, are all wrong. He says that, there's a single cooperating witness, and he has called out Tony Busby, the attorney that you mentioned in Houston, who sadly has like 120 cases. They say about 50 of those now have been like thrown out, either because they will not, announce who they won't say who they are, or because they found in their cases. And so I don't know if y'all saw the letter that Jay-Z wrote and put out there into the heavenlies, but he was not playing around. He was like, bring it. And I am not them. Like, don't think we not like them. He's basically singing, the same.
I saw the letter and read it. It looked like Beyonce or Solange wrote it.
Why you say that?
They were mad.
Oh.
Solange in the elevator. Beyonce don't play by Becky with the good house. So when they get mad, they shit.
Sisters coming. It takes a woman. It takes us to come in and regulate, mount up.
It's like when y'all be out with a dude and the dude order wrong and he gonna go ahead and eat it, but the lady be like, "Oh, you get his food right." You're
right.
They about to spit in my food.
It's gonna be gone before they get it back.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping that Jay-Z gets out of, because there's also some push like, oh, if he's being accused of doing these heinous crimes, he should not have his connection with the NFL. Roger Goodell came out and said, as of now, he's still our guy. So
hadn't been charged with anything, not guilty of anything.
We just such a cancel culture. You say the wrong thing, they need to take their job. What they got to do with my job?
Yeah, some people, but
somebody gonna cancel me because I said sexy red. I smell yeast, but y'all can just go ahead and cancel me,
please. And thank you. I'm glad you like it. But anyway, y'all, we appreciate y'all being out there in Arleywood today. There's lots of stuff going on out there in this world. We just touched on a little bit of it. We'll see you back here next Sunday for the same thing.
Before you go, may I have a personal moment and ask you how your son is doing?
Thank you for asking. I came home this week and my mom was having an event in Atlanta, so I flew home. His daddy took my job, so he went down there to watch him for the weekend. So he is doing much better. I'm praying so hard that he can come home for Christmas. Please come home for Christmas.
Good deal. Shout out to Trey Stacks. Glad you're on the mend. Glad you're on the up and up. If nothing else, you got a free ride in the helicopter that they're gonna charge you for. The insurance they're gonna still charge you for that, though.
Yeah, and that thing is expensive.
Yeah.
Child. But that's all right. I don't care.
No.
Thank you for asking, though.
Yeah, yes, beat the alternative. Shout out to your Sammy Davis hat and look like some leopard print glasses and the purple turtleneck and your little finger.
Alcorn State University represent. Even though we were not at the Celebration Bowl, we were celebrating with those who won the Celebration Bowl. Shout out to y'all, Jackson State, for pulling it off. Thank you, because I'm gonna get to talk so much good junk to them.
Before I let you go, I see a comment down here. Reverend BJ Nelson says, Neely saying sexy red be baking biscuits. Rev, I did not say that. You put words in my mouth, Rev. I did not say that. I will still I'm gonna still do some tithing though, but I did not say that.
Yes, that is not what he said exactly.
No.
But she could with perhaps
could.
Not anything we want.
Could. Our man, Reverend BJ Nels, he check in every Sunday Night Live. We appreciate you, Rev.
That's so sweet.
That's so sweet.
We appreciate you, Arleywood. Y'all make sure y'all get at her on YouTube, Instagram, all those other places at
Welcome to the number Arleywood, because it's a great place to be.
Yeah,
it's a great place to be. Shouts out to you once again. We appreciate you coming on. We look forward to having you next week with a whole bunch of more entertainment news.
See you
y'all
next
stay
week.
safe out there.
Yep.
All right. Thank you for coming through once again. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Let me take that off the screen right there. But Uncle Neely.
Yes, sir.
We had in. Let me see here. Hold up. We had a. There we go. We had a. I clicked on it, but I guess it went off. But we had a special situation with our guy Petros, one of the owners for Goonsville Clothing. He just graduated from University of Colorado. Correct?
Oh man, shout out for the degree.
Yeah, got his degree, man. Once again, I thought I had a picture come up, but I can't find it right now.
Graduate, man. Goons graduate.
Goons graduate. I like that. Hashtag Goons graduate. Y'all give a shout out to Petros once again, man. Jermaine King up in here. T Volchich, YPC Tay, and everybody else, man. We appreciate y'all joining in. We need to have a draft before we get up out of here. I need to be Uncle Neely in something, so that he won't be talking about anything being small and hard for the rest of the show.
I'm done. I'm done with the small and hard. I'm done with it. Man, shout out to everybody who's been with us for this 90 minutes rocking live. Shout out to Cameron Silmon-Craig. If you just joined us, go back and watch the replay. Excellent interview with that young brother, the safety for Colorado football. Birmingham, Alabama, moved to Dallas to play for Coach Prime. Followed Prime to Jackson State, then Colorado, NFL in his future. Love that young dude. And we're going to continue to bring you those seniors who are on their way out as we close this thing out. Shout out again to Travis Hunter taking home that Heisman trophy. So I don't care, Chico. You can put sharks in the chat. You can put 12s in the chat. You put the bottle in the chat because me and Chico been acting like we drunk and we ain't had nothing to drink. I don't care what you put in the chat. Go get them likes up, though. Hit them thumbs up on both channels. Hit the bell for the notifications so you know when we do those surprise lives. Shout out to Arleywood coming through, and shout out to our man, the Professor Charles Chuck Bishop, for the culture with the HBCU report.
Can we get to that 1,000 likes? I think we're over 500. Can we get to 1,000 likes? Make sure y'all switch over to Big Dog Chico channel or switch over to the Pregame Show channel and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for both. Draft for the night.
Sexy Red, I'm sorry. I apologize. I ain't mean to start nothing, Sexy Red. I don't even know you. I apologize. That's somebody saying Sexy Red Coochie got more miles than a 2002 Nissan.
Nah, man. Y'all come on, my girl, dog.
Yeah, come on. I ain't mean to do that. I ain't mean to do that. I did mean South Carolina State strength and conditioning came from Temu. I did mean that. I stand on that. I meant that. I meant that, Chico.
Not like us, man. Not like us. Uncle Neely, shout out once again. The barbershop, man, because was it T Nice?
My man T Nice. Whenever I go home, get off his T Nice. I call him too. Edward Scissors Hands. He used to cut Jackson State team's hair, man, as well. Brother always and still giving back there in Jackson. Y'all go check out C Nice Cuts and Styles. His cousin next chair with him, Jermaine. Them my dudes, man. Love going by the barbershop and chopping it up with them brothers when I'm at the Chris Zeal. Because when I don't get a haircut from them, I be looking like Chico and looking like we teaching African American studies at the PWI. And
why I gotta be a PWI? Why can't even be an HBCU?
Man, I stole that joke from somebody. Somebody else said that about you, and I loved it. They said Chico.
Somebody else said it.
Yeah, they was in the chat one episode, man. They said Chico, you was leaning in, and they saw that baby fro. They said, man, Chico looked like he teach Afro studies
at a PWI, not even an HBCU. Dog, that's crazy. That's specific.
High learning, baby. High learning. He got the professor.
If it's funny, I will laugh. If it's funny, I will laugh. So bring them. You know what I mean? You got to have some funny jokes, though.
Oh, man, you got to, man. I laugh at me every damn day.
You're damn right. You can't take yourself too serious. You
at
feel
all.
Me? Because anybody else want to anonymously comment on here?
There you go. He used it in a sentence. That's how you know something. It's like when you do math and the teacher say, show your work, and you get nervous because
you gotta show your work.
It's same thing with English. When you use it in a sentence, now I know you know it.
Hey, that show your work used to be killer. I used to hate that sometimes in math.
Oh, man, you tell me show the work, I'll take the 0.
Hey, shout out to my ACT score. Thanks to the Asian girl that sat next to me. I don't know where in the hell school she came from, but she came and sat next to me. I appreciate you. They used to call me scholar. They say, damn, boy, you a scholar, ain't you? You got the highest score that we...
He ain't no scholar. He just got 20/20 vision. He can cut his eyes out.
I just got common sense. You feel me? Yeah. Common sense.
It's better to cheat than to repeat. That was my motto.
There you go. I know she came from a well-endowed school, a school that just, really, really know what's in their curriculum.
How y'all ended up in the same testing location?
That's what I tried to find out, Uncle Neely. But hell, I ain't asked no questions. I knew what time it was when she walked up in that thing.
Hey, look, man. When God bless you, don't
you gotta know. before going any further. Exactly. You got to know when your blessings come, and you got to understand how they give out those tests too. They alternate. They go here, like one or A, B, A, B, A, B. I was like, okay, she's at A, B. I'm right here. Bam. And I got a good angle. Anyway, that's too much information, but I think
the statute of limitation up. I think
it's up.
Yeah, I don't think nobody gonna come for you or your degrees because you copied some answers on the ACT. I think you're good.
When I was 17, after a football game early in the morning, yes, I did that because I was going to go AC all the way down that thing and just get up out of there. But thank goodness for the young lady who sat next to me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, this has been another episode of Sunday Night Live with UNK and Chico. Uncle Neely, the badass Uncle Neely, the big dog Chico C in the place to be, coming to you live and direct from the middle of the ocean, broadcasting to Boulder, where it's colder, where Uncle Neely is, right outside of Boulder, should I say, to be exact. Got practice tomorrow, Uncle Neely. What's to be expected?
We back at it. I expect some effort, some intensity. I expect some camaraderie. Celebrating Travis Heisman, the postseason awards by Shador. But we got practice all this week getting ready for that bowl game. Then we head out to San Antonio with practices and events there for bowl related events. So we're getting ready for BYU on December 28th, man. It's 2 weeks to the game, baby. It's time to get it.
All right, 2 weeks to the game. Bunch of practices coming up. Y'all stay tuned for a lot of more content from both channels and us together. TP, what is it? The pregame. Should we announce that?
The pregame network. The pregame network, baby. Get in, baby. Get in. Yes, sir. Shout out to Game Time too, man. Shout out to Game Time for closing out this December. We appreciate that. Shout out to Goonsville. Shout out to MDJ Originals. Don't forget that code. Always, if you need your lens wear like we rocking, hit the Glass House Optical up. Always drink you some Ralphie's. Oh, and Cameron Silmon-Craig. Y'all was in there dropping sharks. Everybody, man, support that young brother in his merch, man. That's how you can help them grow and develop. We love it. Wear some of that shark gear.
Yes, indeed. Thank y'all for coming out. At the end of the day, God bless you. And good night. Let's go. Matter of fact, bring it in one time for your
beat
mind.
Drop it. They hear that sound, they know what time it is.
Ride on them.
Yes, sir. UNK and Chico, Sunday Night Live. Live and direct.
It's another Sunday night.
Shout out to Miss Dawn Duncan.
It's another Sunday night.
Kept coming in with the killer comments.
Another Sunday night.
Shout out to Uncle Neely's Beard Oil.
UNK and Big Dog Chico.
Jazz. FACEBYJS. FaceByJazz.com. Just on that beard oil for the holidays.
It's another one.
Stuff right.
It's another one, baby. It's another one.
Another Sunday night live with UNK and Big Dog. With UNK and Big Dog. With UNK and Big Dog.
So get ready for it.
Another Sunday night live. UNK and Big Dog Chico.